Welcome to Am I the A-Hole, where OP cut all ties with her brother's wife because she screamed at OP's 7-year-old son when he started eating wedding cake before it was cut. I, 32-year-old female, have a younger brother named Michael, 28-year-old male. Last week, he married his longtime girlfriend, Carol, 27-year-old female. During the wedding planning, my brother and his girlfriend decided not to have children at their wedding. They wanted to have a carefree celebration without any concerns about kids causing disruptions. When they informed us of their decision, I told them that it was not a good idea to exclude kids from the ceremony because they are also family and deserve to be included. I also mentioned that at our wedding, kids were allowed, and we had a wonderful ceremony. Eventually, they agreed to invite kids to their wedding. I attended the wedding with my husband, 33M, and our son Liam, 7M. The ceremony was beautiful, and everything was going smoothly until my brother and his wife cut the cake. After dinner, the couple had their first dance, followed by everyone joining them on the dance floor. The kids were running around and playing with each other in a safe environment. Since I knew most of the guests, I felt comfortable letting my son play with the other kids, while my husband and I enjoyed dancing. After some time, the couple went to cut the cake. My husband and I were a little slow getting there, so there was a crowd blocking our view. We were trying to reach the front when I heard the bride screaming my son's name. My husband and I pushed forward to see what was wrong. I saw my son with frosting around his mouth and on his fingers. The cake had a small chunk taken out of it. I tried to apologize, but the bride turned around and yelled, "This is your fault. Your son ruined our cake. He is only here because you told me it would be worth it to include the kids." I yelled back, telling her that it was just an accident and the rest of the cake was still edible. Before I could say anything, she asked us to leave the wedding, or else she would call security. My son got so afraid that he was unable to speak out and started crying. I didn't want to create a bigger scene, so I left the ceremony with my husband and kids. My brother didn't say a word and saw us leaving his wedding. When we reached our car, my mom approached us and asked us not to leave. I told my mom that when the host had kicked us out, why should we beg to stay? And then we left. The next day, my brother reached out to me and apologized for his wife's reaction. However, he also said that I needed to apologize to his wife because of what our son did. I was taken aback when my brother demanded that I apologize. I told my brother that my son is just a kid, and if he made a mistake, his wife should not have reacted so violently and should not have humiliated us in front of all the guests. I told my brother that I was very disappointed and felt deeply humiliated when he didn't speak a word for me or his nephew. Now, I was surprised by how he was demanding an apology. I told him that I would cut all ties with him if he didn't make his wife apologize to me and my husband. Now, my mom is calling me and asking that we should sort things out between us, and cutting ties is not a solution. I told my mom that it is better to be cut off than to be humiliated. OP is not the AH. OP's demand that his brother and his wife should apologize to her is 100% justifiable, because kicking someone out of a wedding ceremony just because their son took out a small chunk of cake before cutting is humiliating and unreasonable. So, I would give OP 0 out of 5 on the AH scale. As for the OP's brother and sister-in-law, they deserve 5 out of 5 scores on the AH scale for being so dramatic and petty. Let's now move on to another Am I A-Hole scenario, where OP caught her girlfriend's flirting chat with a boy, and now she is not sure what to do. My girlfriend, Emily, 26-year-old female, and I, 36-year-old male, have been in a relationship for 4 years. We were set to get engaged 2 months ago. However, 2 months ago, I found my girlfriend flirting in a chat with a boy, Daniel, 25-year-old male, and now I am confused about what to do. Background. 2 months ago, I was supposed to go on a 1-week business trip. The day I was leaving, my girlfriend told me that she was going out with her friends to have dinner. I thought it was okay because she would enjoy her friends' company. I left for the trip and returned home the next week. When I reached home, I found my girlfriend in a very cold mood, one in which I had never seen her before. When I asked her what had happened, she confronted me, saying she was feeling lonely and that I was not there for her. I could not understand why she was complaining when she already knew that I would not be there for a week. Another important thing is that we don't have as much physical intimacy as we used to when we first started our relationship. In the beginning of our relationship, we used to get physical at least 3 to 4 times a week. However, these days, it has reduced to 3 to 4 times a month. I don't have any problem with it, and my girlfriend has also not said anything about it, and I think she also considers this normal. However, the complaints of my girlfriend were very strange and filled me with curiosity. After that week, the communication between us also reduced drastically and everything felt cold. The next weekend, I went through her Apple Watch when she wasn't home. Lo and behold, a conversation with an unsaved number from that weekend. Names were exchanged, and they exchanged pleasantries like, "It was really nice meeting you," on her part, along with flirty emojis. He seemed very eager and insistent on meeting up, expressing his desire to see her and offering to come to her location. Despite his advances, she consistently declined. These exchanges took place late at night, between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., with conversations about his whereabouts and living situation. The following night, she told him that she had a boyfriend, after which the boy promptly blocked my girlfriend. The next day, she sent her a message, "Hey," and found her number blocked. When she returned home, I confronted her. I told her that I wanted to break up with her and that I was kicking her out of my home. I was so angry because I felt so disrespected and betrayed. She apologized for chatting with that boy. She said that she was feeling lonely. That is why she felt attraction to him, and sworn up that nothing physical happened between them. After all her apologies and explanations, I finally forgave her, and we also communicated exactly what I needed from her and what she needed from me in order to continue together. But I can't seem to shake the feeling that something more happened that night with him. I feel like if they had kissed, I would not have forgiven her, and for some reason, I really feel like they did. After she apologized and explained herself, I forgave her. We had a conversation about our needs and expectations to move forward. However, I can't shake the suspicion that something more happened between her and him that night. If they had kissed, I don't think I could have forgiven her. I have a strong feeling that they did. Now, I am confused what to do. Should I proceed with our engagement, or brought all this up again and part my ways? OP's girlfriend is clearly craving attention and physical intimacy, which OP has not been providing. I don't know the reason for this. OP needs to be attentive to his partner's needs. If OP thinks 3 to 4 times a month is okay, it does not mean his girlfriend should also be satisfied with it. OP must have communicated with his partner before making such an assumption. I don't say what OP's girlfriend did is justified, but I want to say that if OP had communicated with his girlfriend, he might not be seeing this situation. Regarding the engagement, if OP has forgiven his girlfriend for her actions in the past, it's important to move forward and focus on the present. However, if there are lingering doubts or concerns about her loyalty, it's crucial for OP to address these issues with his girlfriend and work towards resolving them. Effective communication is essential in any relationship to ensure mutual understanding and trust.